Hey, how's it going? And today I thought it'd be fun to try to create a photorealistic 3D environment in Unreal Engine. And this is primarily using volumetric fog and an HDRI image. And as you can see, I think this makes the game look a whole lot different from the typical third-person template. And what's amazing is this is really relatively easy to do, and you can bring in any number of HDRI images for this. Without further ado, I'm going to jump into this. This is a little bit longer. It might take 15 to 20 minutes, and it's only taking longer because there's just a lot of settings to go over. But I'll try to go as fast as I can. So I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll get started. Okay, I'm back, and we're ready to get started. And I just wanted to start by saying that I'm just going to be going over some of the key settings. There's a ton of... To get started, we need to enable a few things and adjust a couple settings. So we're going to come up here to edit. We're going to go to project settings, and we're going to search for the G, what's called the G buffer. And you'll see this under engine rendering, and you'll notice that it's set to default, and we're going to switch that to high precision normals. And this will allow us to have better, more detailed reflections. And then what we're going to do is we're going to search for mesh distance fields right here, and this is experimental, and this allows us to get softer, more diffuse shadows. So we're going to select that. And then lastly, we need to come out of here, close out of here, come up here to plugins, and we just need to be able to enable the HDRI backdrop. So there that is. And of course now we need to do a restart. So when we start back up, the first thing I'd like to do is just bring in the HDRI backdrop. So you need to have your Place Actors tab open and just go HDRI, and there it is, and drag it into the scene. Now when you drag it in, since we're using this template, I actually put it right where it needs to be. What you want to do is have it where it's Z fighting. So it's Z fighting right now with the mesh, the floor mesh. I actually want it fighting because it means they're right on top of each other. So with the floor mesh selected right here, this SM cube, let's hit F2 and just call this floor. And on its details panel, we can come down here and let's search for visible. And let's just turn it off. So now we have our image. Because we have this HDR backdrop is actually a giant sphere, it's very similar to if we search under here under Sky Sphere. So we don't need two of them. So we're going to go ahead and delete that one. So we just have one. And you'll notice in our scene we can retain our sky atmosphere, our skylight, and then we're also retaining a directional light in our scene. So as far as I know, we're pretty much there. As far as if I hit play, you'll see we've got this cool HDRI backdrop in the scene, and it doesn't look half bad. It stretches, but not everywhere. There's certain areas where it doesn't stretch really at all. But look at this. We've got this whole really photorealistic environment. And if you're at this point right here, the rest of what we're doing is just trying to make this look better. And some of what we're doing here we would do with any scene that we were trying to make look better. Okay, now just for reference, I'm going to go ahead and drag in a mannequin here. And I'll go ahead and get Quinn. And I want to show you a couple things. So you remember we enabled those mesh distance fields. And you notice if we come here and look at her shadow, this is going to show us a couple things here. That's why I brought this mannequin in. But look how sharp that shadow is. Shadow in regard to what? Well, the sun, right? Well, where's the sun in here? Well, you kind of have to look at each HDRI is different, but I'm going to say it's over there behind those clouds somewhere because that seems to be the brightest area. Now the question is, does that match with the direction of her shadow? No, it doesn't. See, so the sun's over here and the shadow's going that way. So what we can do to fix that is just go Control L and then just move this around until you get the shadow falling how you think it might be falling. It looks a little late in the day, so she's probably got a little bit of a long shadow. But notice how it's still kind of sharp, right? So what we can do is search again for the directional light. We're going to be jumping around a lot here in the outliner. because there's just a lot of different adjustments here. But you'll see here we can actually bring down the lighting here. We don't want to probably bring it down too far because we want to see some of that shadow. But you notice here on the source angle, if we bump this up now, you'll see how it softens up her shadow there, which is more realistic, and I think it looks better. So this is one place where we can adjust the intensity of the lighting of our scene right now. And then the next setting that we can adjust is the HDRI backdrop itself. We click here, you'll see it's got a skylight, and then it's got its own sphere that it's in. But if we see here on intensity, we can lower this value. And you see how we're darkening the whole scene now and what a difference it makes by making it darker. So I actually like that, kind of dark like that, so I'm just going to leave that there. The size can stay the same. The projection center, by default, it's 170. This here is supposed to be the height of the camera that filmed this HDRI image, and I'm assuming that Unreal has it set correctly, so there's no need probably to adjust this, and we don't need to adjust the size of our sphere, although you could if you wanted to. Like if we put 200, you'll notice it makes the scene a little bit bigger. Okay, the main thing we wanted to do there was just adjust the intensity. Now here on the skylight, there's also another intensity setting here, and we can drop it even more, see? And that kind of affects it. So here you just have to play around with what you think looks right to you. It's completely up to you to play around with all these settings, and there's a ton of them. So if I hit play now, and look how well I'm walking on the ground there, see? And if I come up here, our shadow looks good. This all looks good. We're kind of looking off that way. But I think it looks really, really great. The only thing that we need to do is we could change even the color of the sun reflecting off of their back. It might be, maybe it should be a little more gray. So let's try to do that real fast. And then there's just one more thing I want to do, and that should be it. So let me go back to the directional light here. And for the light color, we can click on it, click here, and then just click from the scene and click a color in the scene and see if that gets us something that looks a little bit better. Now the last thing I want to do is add this volumetric fog, and to me that's really the star of the show, the unsung hero. And so let's search for fog in the outliner, and we come up here and come down here. It should be volumetric fog right here. And you'll see here on these values that it goes up to 0.9, and that affects the distribution. But you notice that we're not necessarily stuck with those values. If we come down here, let's see, which one is it? It's the fog density right here. We're not stuck to this value, so we can actually just hit 1 and see how foggy it gets. So it's just up to you. That other setting that I was just looking at, that actually, it says what it does. I forgot what it says it does here. The scattering, if you hold over it, it's how much the incoming light scatters in various directions. So if we put it at 0, it's going to scatter equally in all directions. So we can maybe that's what we want. I don't really have any light shafts coming in here or anything like that. So the rest of this is just flavoring this to taste and what you think looks right or not. You know, it's completely up to you. So again, I'm going to put a higher value in here because I think this fog really adds some mystery to the whole scene. I don't like this wall here blocking my view, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And you could get rid of all these other things too if they're in your way. But now if I hit play, I mean, look at where we were and what we have. You know what I mean? I mean, this looks really cool. This is so much cooler than what there was before. And look, how long did that take us to do? Maybe 10 minutes? So anyway, that's all I had for today. I hope you found it helpful. Take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.